Okay, let's take a look at latitude and longitude and finding latitude and longitude on the scales on our chart. So on this scale on the left, or on the right and the left side of every chart is a scale of latitude, lines equal distant from each other, okay, that run parallel to the equator. At the top and the bottom of every chart is a scale of longitude. Okay, those are lines that run from Greenwich, England, okay, and converge at the poles. They are not equidistantly spaced north to south, but they converge. So we'll never use these lines of longitude for measuring distance. However, we can use the lines of latitude since they are equally spaced and parallel to each other. We can use those lines to measure distance. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Let's take a look at the first one. It says 41 degrees and 1.4 minutes north. So if we find 41 degrees, that's the big line down here at the bottom of the chart, okay? And 1.4 minutes north, each shaded and unshaded area represents a mile. So this is 1 mile. This shaded area is 1 mile. This unshaded area is 1 mile. This shaded area is another mile. This unshaded area is the next mile, okay? And so each mile is then broken down into tenths of miles. So there's the little tiny marks on each one. They're broken into tenths. So there's 10 of those marks. There's usually a big mark at the half a mile point. All right, so we have 41 degrees and 1.4 minutes north. So a minute is the same thing as a mile. So 41 degrees and 1, it says 01 because it's just the way it's written, okay? 41 degrees and 01.4. So 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. So this mark right here where my pen is 41 degrees and 1.4 minutes north of the equator. Take a look at the next one. It says 41 degrees and 07.6 minutes north. So here's 41 degrees, and I could count each mile, or I could jump up here to the 5 and say 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So this is 41 degrees and 7 minutes north of the equator. And then 6 more tenths would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.6. So over here would be 41 degrees, 07.6 north of the equator. If we take a look at the next one, 41 degrees, 6.3 minutes north. So again, I have 41 degrees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.3 minutes north. So I go 1, 2, 3, and here I am. I'm at 41 degrees, 6.3 minutes north of the equator. The last one, 41 degrees, 9.8. Well, here's 41 degrees. And again, I could count 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up to 9. Or I could just jump up here to the 5 and count 6, 7, 8, 9. Or I could come up here to 41 degrees, 10 minutes and go backwards. Okay, so 41 degrees, 10 minutes is right here. Then 9.8 would be 2 tenths less than that. So it would be right there. Okay, so again, that's 41 degrees, 9.8 minutes north. So again, the numbers increase as you go north or south of the equator. The equator being 0 degrees of latitude, each degree of latitude is exactly 60 miles, nautical miles, from the next degree of latitude.